Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a full moon in Aries meditation. The full moon was a few days ago, and this is an opportunity to look at some of the ways in which your life is stimulated and being illuminated by the phases of the moon and various planetary energies. Most of the planets, particularly the outer planets, are going retrograde. So this is also facilitating this deep inner purge, inner work, shadow work, as some would call it. And we are moving into an eclipse season. So changes that are occurring now that are about to be released or illuminated are going to last for approximately 6 months into 2024. So Gemini, let's get started with your overall energy for this meditation is the King of Wands. King of Wands is about your confidence, building your determination, your vision, and your ability and energy, your enthusiasm to pursue that vision. What you are moving towards is led by your passion, by your courageous, brave heart. There's nothing that can stop you. Your path is on fire. You're on fire as you move towards this vision that you are increasingly inspired by. You're also inspiring others in this movement forward. In the past, we have the Five of Cups, the Empress, and the King of Cups. I see a very big change in your ability to not only review, accept, mourn even the failures and disappointments that you have endured. And this can be you looking over as long as a 5-year period of disappointments. That can also be coupled with some health challenges that many of you may have experienced. But the Empress really sees you coming into your power overall, and it's actually releasing this sense of regret and disappointment that is growing your compassion, your sense of empathy and understanding around the source of your failures in your own actions and beliefs. This lack of faith and encouragement, perhaps a lack of faith in your vision. And this can be as specific to this time frame, which is loosely about 5 years. And this can be seeded from childhood traumas or generational traumas even that you have been really facing head on in some very dramatic way in your attempt to better understand what you have done to create the failures you've experienced. A part of the key to that stepping into your power, the sense that you are a natural generator of abundance. You're full of ideas, you're full of new openness to new direction, new input, and you are inspired. You are accepting your life as abundant, always full of new opportunities, which you are more than capable of meeting, moving towards. But it has been more or less, it is being slowly healed through this ability to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for making the mistakes you made in the past, maybe creating alliances, giving away your heart, your power to those and expecting the same to be returned to you. You now are investing in yourself, in your own sense of mastery and experience moving forward. In the present, we have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So presently you are very, very interested in building up the plan, the path, looking logically towards the way that you're going to get yourself out of this sense of failure or disappointment that has overwhelmed your natural talent in the past. It's occluded your vision of something wonderful, something brave. It's required a lot of heart, and it hasn't until now netted you the kind of attention that your ideas are worthy of, your efforts are worthy of. But as you move away from a situation that felt embedded in an old sense of mistaken faith, maybe lack of faith, a sense that you were destined for disappointment, for failure, that you couldn't do anything else, wondering why things that were guaranteed as being authentic to you didn't work out. You're really logically cutting away those alliances, those situations that haven't worked for you. You're recognizing the limits in the environment you're in and perhaps have been in for a while. You're also gaining a lot of sense of contentment because you have been able to objectify and look at your responsibility in things that haven't worked out. And doing that takes the blame off of, or takes the charge out of the sense of victimhood that others are to blame for your failures. You definitely have moved past that objectively, but the work of doing that, the work of unattaching, detaching your emotions from experiences that you've always understood were about poor, pitiful me, is really a greater work. And that is in part this ability to tap into the energy of your authentic self, tap into your talents, tap into a sense of abundance is already netting you a sense of contentment, satisfaction, that you are emotionally successful. You have emotionally attained the sense of completeness within yourself, recognizing you've had the experiences you need to make this shift forward. And that in many ways is propelling you away from a situation that is very bounded emotionally, relationship-wise. You're really attached to these powerful emotions that you're aware of are based in a model that you now have left behind. You are leaving behind. Certain relationships, as loving as they are, don't make you feel good, do not support your conscious aims, are not interested in your opinions, your plans for moving forward and for being successful. And you understand that in order to meet this challenge, you must move on. In the future, the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So your logical and rational mind, Gemini, as well as your ability to hang on to this larger collective vision of improving your environment, your experience in relationship to large groups of people, your tribes, your associations, your alliances, are really this ability to communicate, to challenge your own assumptions, and to be curious about the experiences, the works, the efforts of others. This openness to a conversation, this openness to new ideas, this welcoming new ideas and active pursuit of being curious, challenging the beliefs that you always understood and accepted as being for you. You're now understanding in a much more nuanced way how these beliefs do not serve you. You have the beliefs in your own authentic experience of yourself and your talents that are opening up and creating, in fact, this new gateway of opportunity, a portal of abundance. This is where you can really reevaluate and be open to a new experience of creation, of abundance on your own terms. I'm going to clarify the Six of Swords in your present with the Five of Cups, a repeat, and the King of Cups, also a repeat. How very interesting. So this takes me in some ways back to the work that you've been doing over the past. It can be 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, but my sense is that the kind of work that is represented here, this taking of responsibility, understanding your part in what you believed or conveniently believed was your victimization. In other words, somebody else was responsibility. There was a perp out there that was making your life terrible. Woe is me, taking your things from you, robbing you, betraying you, when instead you're now continuing to do the work of not only releasing this regret and forgiving yourself, which is key, but you're also understanding that this represents a change in perspective, a change in your experiences, people that you once offered yourself to, opportunities that you once gave to wholeheartedly. You're now in a better position to assess and evaluate them. And because you now are building some new opportunities on the basis of this ability to forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. No matter where you are in life, you're creating the capacity within yourself, within your emotional experience to understand that the sense of forgiveness is the powerful sense of healing. This is healing these experiences, these beliefs, this sense that believing that someone else can give you what you can give to yourself is part of what is requiring a huge emotional adjustment for you. So things that once gave you pleasure, this can certainly relate to older relationships, family members that you once believed were somehow completing or supporting you, you now see them differently. And you can accept the encouragement, the love, the support, the bond, and still recognize that you have things that you must do to take responsibility and to heal the false sense of who you are and what you can do. And by relying on your experience, your ability to recognize where you have created harm, largely to yourself, you are building upon that capacity, that ability to detach yourself from your emotions and to be curious about the world in a way that helps you to manifest this opportunity for abundance for sure, including wealth, if that is a part of what you now understand is simply the tool that you may need to create the work that is inevitable for you. And this work is about bringing large groups of people together. I'm going to clarify or finish off this reading with the Soul's Journey card and remind you that if you enjoy this reading, find it useful, please please share this with others, please comment below and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I've pulled honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And I'm also going to pull an oracle, a crystal oracle, and remind you that I will be pulling a new spread and building on the oracle cards in an extended reading that is linked in the description box below. So I hope you join me for that. And finally, I'm teasing out the crystal oracle that I believe will be helpful for you. And I pulled out Shungite, and the key mantra is detox your life. Thank you so much, Gemini, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.